So this is exactly how you're going to create a content strategy for your brand, for your page, for your personal brand, for your business, whatever it is. This is how you create a content strategy so that you know that the people that you are targeting are the right people. So you're getting the right views, you're converting the right way, and you're following in the footsteps of people that are actually already crushing it in your niche. And so that also your content stands out. And so there's a few components that go into the strategy and the method that we use to craft your strategy here at Solo Socials, what we do, what we teach here, how we're going to help you out with this. And so on this doc, you'll see right here, you have your, the first thing here is your target audience. And so what this means is that you need to break down who the target person is that you are looking for, right? Who is the ideal, client profile? Who's your ideal like avatar? Like who is that? Like, is it, people that want to make money? Is it business owners that need some sort of specific solution, copywriting, email marketing, content marketing? What exactly is that? Break down who that is, right? You need to know that in the first place. If you don't know that, then you're targeting everyone. If you're targeting everyone, you're reaching no one. And so the next thing here is the brand audience. What that is you need to have in mind, like, who is someone that knows your target audience, someone that interacts with them that you can also reach, that's going to be beneficial for you because they can mention it to them. Because you got to understand, with the way the algorithm works, the way social media works, you're not going to be able to just target these ideal people. These are not paid ads, but that's the joy of it, because paid ads cost a lot of money to have the demographics targeting of finding these people. And so with organic, if you can still find these people, if you can still go for the right audience and you niche it the right way, so you hit a brand audience and a target audience, you're going to reach a lot more people, and it's not going to be a paid ads. The conversions are going to be better, and you're actually going to not have to dump $1,000 into ads. And so the second thing here, to make the most out of it and not reach two people because your content's way too specific, is your brand audience, right? That's people, like, if you are targeting business owners, you're going to target people that maybe work in a, big executive level of a business, a COO, someone that knows about business, someone that could resonate and relate to those videos, that knows business owners. They're within their network. So that's what brand audience is. But then the content research that you need to do before you start dumping money into content, before you start posting any content to go out there to represent your brand, are a few things. Number one, you need to find your same niche competitors, right? Who is in your niche? What are they doing? What's working for them? What's not working for them? Because finding this is going to help you with your content structure. But you need to find these people. You can take inspiration from them, and then more specifically, find your viral and niche videos, right? Like, what are these people posting? What's gone super viral? What works about it? You got to dissect it, like the hook, the body, the value, the pillar that the video fell into, everything about that. If it worked for them, it could also work for you. It could be a winning topic, because at the end of the day, that video is probably providing some sort of solution to some sort of pain point that their target audience has. And it would be your same exact target audience if they're in your niche, right? And so you got to find out what's working for them, who are they, and what specifically work for them. That is the content research that you have to do. And so the second thing here, though, is content structure. And so with your content structure, you want to have some sort of schedule in mind for the sake of consistency. And so basically what this means is not like every single day knowing like what's going out, but it's knowing like the percentage of different types of content going out. So it really comes down to also like these content categories and these pillars. And so, like, what are these going to be in the first place, and then at what rate are they going to be posted? And so is it going to be is lifestyle content a huge part of it? You're selling some info products, you want people to be buying into the dream. Maybe lifestyle is a big part of it. Maybe that's like 50% of your content right there, right? But you also want to have like authority content that shows like who you are, because you're selling an info product. So you need to show them like you made all this money, doing this business. And so maybe that's a good 25%. And then maybe the last bit to get like the reciprocity to give the free value out is the value content. So maybe that's another 25%. And so these are like those pillars and the schedule for what what rate those are being posted at, what like is taking up a majority. What this comes down to is just being self-aware, like what's going out. Does it complement your overall goal? Not just posting aimlessly. And so the next thing here, though, is those content pillars. And so the categories dissect into the pillars. And so the categories are what we just talked about: value, authority, lifestyle, stuff like that. Those are, expertise content. Those are categories of content. Personal story, that kind of falls in lifestyle. There's all these different content pillars. There's mainly like 5 to 7, but the pillars of your content are now pain points of these of these people, and like winning pillars that you can dissect and stem out from the categories. And so what that could mean, if you're going for some sort of let's say expertise category of content, your pillar to that could be like videos based around the pillar of how you got X from doing X. That is a pillar. How you got to where you are, how you made $1 million in e-commerce in this amount of time. Like that is a pillar. It's like the expertise and the authority of what you've done. So that's a pillar right there. And so then another pillar, like let's say value content, another pillar could be a solution that you solve. And so if you are running some sort of like B2B service, and let's say it's email marketing, something like that, then a pillar of yours for value is a pain point alone, right? Lead gen, not having enough leads. Now you have a content pillar, right? Now you have the category of value. From this category, you have lead gen being a big issue for let's see, who's your target lead? I don't know, like med spas, lead gen, they don't have any leads, right? And so that's a huge issue. And so you want to target that, right? Like how I got this client this many leads in this many days, just like solutions that cater to this pillar based on it being valuable. So this is how you get more specific. You don't just target everyone with your categories, but you break that down into smaller pillars, and you should have anywhere from 5 to 15 pillars, so you're never running out of ideas, because you can look at these pillars and then think of so many different ideas, right? Because it's all based on what you know, what your brand's speaking. So that's how you break down the structure of that content. That's like how that is really going to look, how it's going to complement, at the end of the day, the message that your brand is speaking, everything like that. But the next thing here with branding, to actually make sure that you have a unique brand, your stuff is unique. You're not just copying the next runner up, stuff like that. You need to have a few things down. Right? You need to have a color scheme. You need to have a specific set of fonts, like, assets, things that you use, and then a content style, like a breakdown of what it looks like if you're mixing two different people's style together. And this is going to allow your audience and your viewer align a style with you. It's just like how big companies, they all have their key colors, fonts, all like that, because people align the way they feel about a brand, the way they remember a brand, with what they can actually perceive, what they can remember. So maybe it's not a name, but maybe it's a color, maybe it's a font that looks similar and it stands out. It's not the same thing that every single person's using. That's why you need to break down a unique brand that you actually like, that isn't the same thing every other person's doing, because people align that with who you are and they're going to remember you for that brand. Right. And so subconsciously, they're just going to remember it as that. But the next thing here is to break down your monetization. Like, how are you monetizing? What is the funnel here? How does that work? And then look back on like everything we just wrote down here, everything from here to here. Does it complement that funnel and that product? Like, are sales going to be made? Does it make sense? What is the funnel that you got here? Like, what are you thinking? If you're running content, is it going to look like, content, DMs, book call, close? Like, what exactly is the funnel? What layers go to it? Because you can have all this down. You can have the branding. It could be great videos, super unique. You could have a great structure. You can have a great schedule. Like exactly, it's all dialed. You got pillars, categories, and who's in your niche. You know how you're going to take inspiration. Like what videos they did, like that did well, and you can do the same thing. You know who you're targeting. Their ideal target person. Like also like the less ideal, but pretty ideal at the same time. Audience right there, your brand audience. But at the end of the day, if these people aren't being funneled into your product or your service, you're not going to make any money. And so you need to have this funnel in mind. What's it going to be? What are you going to rely on? Is it going to be a typical social funnel that goes, content, lead magnet, DMs, close? Right? That's a great funnel right there. You could put that right here and know that that's your funnel. Know that that is how sales are actually made, right? Because if you don't have the funnel, if you don't even have it in mind, you're going to get all these views, but you're not going to capitalize and make the most out of those people, right? And so if you have the time in your day, go through all of these leads, go through all of your new followers, go through all your likes, comments, literally everything like that, all of your DMs. And these are all leads in here. These are all engaged leads that are ready to, talk with you, get some sort of free value, get your solution, your pitch, whatever it is, and then get on a call with you to close them. So closing is a whole different story. There's a whole different, there's a whole different trainings to cover on that. But when it comes to the funnel, you need to know, right? You need to know what that is. You need to break it down. to actually make things happen, to make sales be made. But the next thing here is just a description of your offer. Just know, like, what your offer is. Does it complement, the videos that you're making, right? Like if it's a digital product, your content should be probably more basic, more simple, because it's just a simple product. But if it's as deep as like a B2B service or like something like consulting, it needs to cater to that, right? You need to describe what your offer is, really know what is the offer. You know what I mean? So that you can actually cater the content to that offer, right? Because it has to, or else the wrong people are going to see it. They're not going to understand what you pitch to them when you try to close them. But that is a content strategy. That's how we do it here. That's how we break this down, to be self-aware about having high quality content, but also take a step back and look at how you're going to actually acquire the audience that you need, so at the end of the day you can sign the clients, make the sales that you need to make. And so that is that. If you want to book a call with my team to see if we can help you out with your content strategy and make it so that you are the dominating brand of your niche, then I'll leave a link in the description. But that's that. I hope that this was valuable to you. If it was, go ahead, drop a subscribe on the channel right here, and I'll catch you in the next video.